very difficult loss. There's a lot of disappointed people in that locker room, and I feel for them because I think our hearts and our minds are in the right place. We had a really good preparation all week, and I really didn't feel like we had an edge about us today, though. I just didn't like just a certain look in our eye. I think our players wanted it to happen, and I don't know. I just got to do a better job of getting them to play with that mentality and that edge and that urgency that it takes, in particular defensively. It certainly doesn't help when they did to us what we've been doing to people and possessing the ball, getting some quality first downs, and you know, it's a team loss. Starting with me, I need to do a better job, and across the board, we all can do better. It's disappointing because it was an opportunity that was there, and we didn't make enough plays. The game comes down to several plays. You don't know which play is going to make the difference, but you could look at 2, 3, 4 plays out there that changed the outcome, and give them credit. They made them, and we did not, and we need to do a better job. And I expect our players to bounce back and practice with that same urgency and play with a better mentality about us next week. It wasn't for the lack of effort with them or anything like that. They were prepared. It was a great atmosphere. I thank the support and I thank the fans because it was a awesome atmosphere to play in, and our players loved it, and they wanted to win. We just got to do a better job, starting with me. But I thank you for the support and the energy that was in the stadium. We certainly wanted to deliver for the fan base, and we'll come back strong next week. But so I'll open it up there for questions.
Mark, you all have been playing with fire with turnovers for most of the season. Do you feel like some of those mistakes finally caught up?
No doubt. No doubt about it. The turnovers were the difference, or a big part of it. And I think we were up 2-0 at half with turnovers, and to me didn't play as good as we could in the first half, but we did get a couple turnovers that helped us, and then we put it on the ground 3 times and would lose 2 in the second, and that can't happen because it was putting the defense in some bad spots. And those possessions really hurt when I think they were 1-2 play possessions, and that hurts to go right back on the field. And that's a physical team. Our team's been playing very physical, and again, they grinded it out and made some plays when necessary.
Talk about your thought process on the beginner's field goal and then the penalty, and then he hit a 54-yarder before.
Yeah, I just felt like at that point we were going to take the penalty and try to pin them. We were, and I believe we went 3 and out and got the ball right back, if I'm not mistaken. So if you pin them, you get the ball back in great shape. If you miss it, you give them great field position. And so once we got the penalty, I was going to take the delay of game and punt it, and try to pin them inside the 10. And again, I don't think, I think that was the right strategy at that point.
Did you consider calling timeout at the end once they got in the field goal range to give yourself more time on the clock?
I did, but there wasn't, at one point they were going so slow. If we could have got a tackle for loss, it would have been a long field goal. So at that point, you're gambling with wanting them. You want to take snaps away from them too, because we had them at that point. It was in that range of 25, 30-yard line where it wasn't a gimme. And so if you're trying to see if the clock will run out and they have a longer field goal, because they had 2 timeouts. I mean, I don't think I could have saved much.
During the win streak, you guys really controlled the clock, but today they got 7 more minutes. Is it more of what they were doing or more of what you were doing?
Both, and I think I think both. They did some good things. We needed to play more physical. We needed to make cleaner tackles, and get off on some third downs. I don't think we were terrible. They converted 6 of 14, but we only converted 3 of 13, and so possessions hurt. When again we were off balance, and then the turnovers don't help either. When you're reeling a little bit, and it's a couple plays.